Former Major League pitcher Cy Young won 511 games. Cal Ripken Jr. played 2,632 consecutive games. And those are baseball milestones that took years to achieve. A big baseball fan from Littleton was just part of another record-setting event. It didn't involve his favorite sport, but it likely saved his life. Here's Denver 7's Eric Lufer.
So I've been to the old Yankee Stadium. I've never been to the new one yet.
Mike Sommers loves baseball.
I am a baseball fan, and talking trivia would be fun.
Which is why being sidelined from coaching his kids this summer hurts so much.
One year I got to coach all three of my kids on the same team. Priceless.
In the middle of a pandemic, Mike was diagnosed with blood cancer.
It started about a year ago. I had routine blood work. They noticed my blood counts were low. One thing led to another. She told me it was MDS.
And now, 8 months later, he hopes to get back in the game after a bone marrow transplant, the 5,000th transplant performed at the Colorado Blood Cancer Institute.
I'm glad I could be part of that milestone. I mean, it shows that the program's been a success in the past.
What Mike reminds us of is that each of those 5,000 is an individual person, and they have a story. They have a life.
Dr. Jeffrey Mattis says back in the 90s, Mike would have had to go out of state to have a procedure like this.
The whole transplant landscape over the 30 years since the inception of our program has really changed dramatically for the better.
One of the biggest changes, the stem cells Mike is receiving weren't harvested from a donor through a surgical procedure.
So in Mike's situation, he'll be getting his stem cells from a volunteer who'll be donating their peripheral blood stem cells rather than bone marrow stem cells.
Stem cells Mike got to hold before they were transplanted into his bloodstream.
I never realized you could donate your bone marrow until I needed some.
Mike says thanks to the team at CBCI, he's never had any second thoughts about his decision to have the transplant.
They told me what was going to happen and every step of the way.
And knows he'll soon be back outdoors with family, hiking, and just doing the normal things.
I can't wait to get back to that, just to be involved.
In Denver, I'm Eric Lufer, Denver 7.